At this camp in the Rift Valley town of Eldoret, 23-year-old Everlyn Tatu receives the drugs she needs to lead a healthy life. For 1 week during the height of the crisis, the HIV-positive mother did not take her anti-retroviral drugs, or ARVs. She says the men who attacked her stole her drugs, and then she was on the run and could not get replacements.
Because I was not taking ARVs, my ears started removing pus, and it was too painful. All the time I was crying. So I discovered that it's because ARVs. By the time I took ARVs, it stopped.
That week-long interruption represents a dangerous situation, says Dr. Sylvester Kimayo. He is program manager in Kenya of the USAID-funded academic model for the prevention and treatment of HIV/AIDS, better known as AMPATH. Dr. Kimayo explains that HIV-positive patients must take ARVs every day, or else they will develop a resistance to them and need more aggressive, more expensive drugs.
Treatment of HIV in this country is not going to be the same again. We are going to get a lot of resistance, which we may never go back again.
Dr. Kimayo explains that the majority of his program's 67,000 patients had their treatments interrupted for up to 2 weeks during the crisis, and that the whereabouts of 4,000 HIV-positive patients is unknown. In some areas where patients were unable to get their drugs at clinics, clinic personnel attempted to find them. That caused other problems. Dr. Hosea Some, head of the AMPATH clinic in Burnt Forest, explains.
Like even when we visited them to their homes, taking medicine to their homes, some would run away. And because of stigma-related issues, disclosure.
The post-election violence resulted in the deaths of 1,000 people and left as many as 600,000 homeless. The situation has since stabilized with the signing of a power-sharing deal between the two main contenders, President Mwai Kibaki and Prime Minister-designate Raila Odinga. But tens of thousands of Kenyans still languish in displaced persons camps across the country. HIV-positive people in virtually all camps can now easily get their ARVs, but the camps themselves are breeding grounds for opportunistic infections. Jeremiah Kimani is HIV-positive and is suffering from respiratory and stomach problems.
The biggest problem is food. And then now that there's rains, he feels that he's going to be disturbed with that.
Dr. Kimayo says that adding to the difficulties is the relatively high number of HIV-positive people in camps.
Some of this is attributed to REV. Apart from REV, there's also a lot of sexual activities going on there that are resulting in transmission of HIV/AIDS.
People living with HIV/AIDS say they need stability, peace, and normalcy in order to meet the many challenges they face in their lives. They know that will not come easily. Support systems they once depended on are now gone. Cathy Majtenyi for VOA News, Nairobi.